died. But you're here. Gods, am I glad to see you.
Envoy, is it really you? I can't believe you're alive. When they dragged you to Liviana's clinic, I assumed the worst. How do you feel? Not even death can slow you down, I see. But we'll return to the topic of your untimely demise shortly. Our first order of business is your purpose here in the Living Lands. Did the Emperor send you with anything for me? Your writ of commission, perhaps? Very good. I'm eager to see what our Emperor intends. Now, His Majesty names you a loyal servant of the Adiran Empire, and an extension of the throne's authority. Thank goodness. At least someone understands the gravity of our situation. With that, I have better news for him. You've seen how wild the Living Lands has become, both in nature and in politics. Sometimes I think the island has a mind of its own. No sooner had you arrived than you found yourself at the center of our troubles. At this point, I can't rule anything out. We're in uncharted waters. This embassy has no shortage of political foes, but the Dream Scourge is what keeps me up at night. You've seen firsthand what it can do in nature. We can't let it reach the cities. Inquisitor Ludwig thinks the plague is a distraction. She's more concerned about these local rebels fighting against the Empire. They were paradisans once, law-abiding laborers. Now, they're fugitives and oath-breakers hiding amongst the populace. They've sabotaged our work, killed our soldiers, and the final straw, attacked you out in the open.
All the more reason to strike first, or so the thinking goes.
Whatever their reason, we have to retaliate for the good of the Empire. I won't lie to you, Envoy. Our position is tenuous. If we can't even defend ourselves, how are we to defend the Living Lands? But defend it we must, for the sake of everyone who calls this island home. Inquisitor Ludwig demands that someone hang for the attempt on your life. These Paradisan rebels must face justice. Ludwig goes where she likes, haunting the Living Lands like a vengeful spirit. She'll reappear when she chooses, and not a moment sooner. Let's make sure to give her some good news for a change.
Not many get a chance to solve their own murder, you know. I know someone who could help. A dwarven tracker named Marius. Kith or beast, there's little he can't find. He's staying at the Grinning Ballarrock, not far from Liviana's infirmary. We just take the main road east to the market, then head down the stairs and cross the canal. Rough part of town, even by the standards of Paradise. Blend in, for one thing. Marius is from the Tusks, about the harshest and remotest place the gods ever created, even by the standards of the Living Lands.
Trickery, lies. The gods did not build this place.
Let's just say no one survives out there without picking up a few skills, the kind we'll need if we're going to find hidden assassins. Especially if they're from the streets of Paradise.
I suggest you recruit as many allies as you can, but choose carefully. They, like you, will represent the Empire. But before we can send you off to parts unknown, we need assurances from the local healer that you're fully recovered. After all, you survived a brush with death. The health of your body is one thing. The health of your soul is another. We're glad to hear it, but let's err on the side of caution. Remember, the assassin is out there. You have the element of surprise. I suggest you use it. We'll talk more of the Dream Scourge when you return. Until then, Envoy.
How about we start with Marius at the Grinning Balrog? Besides, I could use a drink after all this.
None of the clerks believe my story.
Yeah, so close. But what's the point? It's useless without that acolyte.
So, you're the one they all crow about, eh? Ha! The mighty Marius, deep in his cups, ready to take on the deadliest prey, providing they're asleep at the time.
Right. Take another sip of my cool. Rude not to finish a drink someone bought for you.
No wonder you're hiding behind a mug. You're too worried about being polite to survive out there.
The dwarf there is Marius. Best tracker I know. Believe me, I know Marius, but they don't.
I heard you're from Solace Keep. How great a survivor could you be, hiding behind stone walls all your life?
You don't know anything about me, you Adira Nimdut. So maybe go back and take another blessed day sip.
But here you are. Tell me, how does one get kicked out of a place that never lets anyone leave?
Duktetragu Sakasapt Jitule. You want to talk so much, I'll cut you a second mouth across your throat.
I think this is about to get interesting.
I knew you were blessed in Nimdut the moment I saw you coming. Thought maybe I'd teach you a lesson. So I paid the bartender a few gold to drop a tiny bit of Widow's Kiss into a cup and serve your drink in it. Cramps should be starting in a few minutes, so, if you want to fight, we should go ahead and get started.
He's crafty, but he's no maniac. Just watch.
Oh, I can feel it. Gods, you.
Oh, that is quick. You better get to a healer before the poison spreads to your brain.
You wait, Marius. I'll be back. Hopefully.
Well, that was something.
Marius, this is the infamous Adiran envoy. Envoy? Marius.
Well, any friend of Kai's is definitely a person. Wasn't a bluff. That was a test. Any hunter worth their salt knows Widow's Kiss has no effect if it's ingested. And he actually believed I could pay the bartender to poison someone's drink. Gods, the taverns in Adir must be rough. Right, that's the goal. If I'm not mistaken, you're looking for someone to help find the people who killed you. I've been keeping tabs on you since you got here. Godlike, looking like you do, and hauling Kai around like a sick puppy. I need to see the scene of the crime, over by the town gates. I promise there's something left there we can use to track them. The assassins wouldn't go near that place anytime soon. And you don't have to worry much about people cleaning up in this town. We'll figure this out, Abakul. Don't you worry.
You there? Or are you just going to stand there and walk at that body?
You're free to pass through the gate now.
You're mine now! Time for a new weapon! For you! Well, that was fun.
Another godless war. The country turned that one into a shrine to Woden. If anyone can get away with looting a temple, it's a godlike.
There's almost always something worth finding in ruins like these. If, that's what you're looking for. I'm not one for walking up to altars. Maybe leave this one alone.
We have been here before. Does the new earth settle beneath your feet? We see shapes without faces, forms without colors, pieces of a whole. Fragmented, lost. Now our memory is a wound, reopened. For generations, the Akita wandered the land, seeds in the wind. A storm had tossed them to our shores. They were branches without roots. Then you, Kishimal, were born with our face. Our flowers bloomed in your hair. Your people saw a sign of greatness. A blessing, one with a heavy price. The elders trained you not as a child, but as a paragon. They expected everything. They forgave nothing. The responsibility was like a stone. Help us remember, Kishimal. How did you bear the weight? Your defiance inspired others to seek new traditions, new ideas. The more that you resisted your calling, the more you fulfilled it. When you came of age, turmoil stirred. Lightning split the bark. Some tired of their exile. They wanted to return to their ancestral lands. They were born here. They could not even name what they had left behind. A bud opened. A comet streaked across the sky. You had a vision. You dreamed of a city where the sea swept into the wood, a place to flourish, to gather, more than a settlement, a home. What did you envision in your fitful sleep, Kishimal? None lived who remembered the exile, yet still its scars remained. You saw what the Akita could accomplish if they felt safe. So the carpenters and masons set out, but we resisted them. What was a wall to a trailing vine, an arch to a mighty oak? The Akita's fate hung by spider silk. You knew you must adapt. Months became years, and the people stood in awe of what they built. It eclipsed the lands of their ancestors. Its spires challenged the clouds. How did you feel as you gazed upon your masterwork? You could only rest for a moment. Your greatest trial awaited you. The people reasoned that the one who had built the city should lead it. A chorus of their voices joined in one. Another wait. Some claimed that this was the destiny your birth foretold. Tell us, Kishimal, how did you lead? The enormity of your task humbled you. We should like that to be our way. In time, others came to understand your new season. They saw that mercy would bear fruit, that even their own hearts could change. So your reign passed, a year into an age. The seas rose and fell until Until one day, nothing. Silence. We see ash. Devastation. A lifetime reduced to dust. We can remember no more, no matter how far we reach back. It is fruitless. A void. A tremor in the Adra. Perhaps it should not be known. Yet one shape shines through the canopy of our memory. A face amid the rubble. You, Kishimo. What became of you? When the people found you, their grief ran like a river. They planted a garden to honor the one who made a home for them. Though your great city was lost forever, they rebuilt, and we learned. We twine together. We reach for the sky. We grow. We grow. We grow.
Hey, Envoy. Back with us?
We can turn back at any moment. Nothing of value would be lost.
What's gotten into you? I've seen you enter an ogre's den with less reluctance.
It wasn't me. But it was.
Step closer, godlike. If it is a watcher you seek, then a watcher you have found.
This is giving me the shakes. Right, maybe I'll stand outside.
Why have you come to me, godlike? Let's have a look at you then. You who came to these shores on a royal errand. You who have died and returned. To open the door to your soul, we must first open a door to your mind. Now repeat after me. I stand on the shore between here and beyond. Say the words. You didn't come all this way just to linger on the threshold. I dip my toe into bottomless depths. Good. Your mind and soul are in conflict. I can use that to locate what I seek. The lake is a mirror, the mirror is a door, and the door stands open.
A door? A garden gate?
Impossible! Someone is here with us? How? Who are you? What are you? Show me what you are.
A hand knocks on a bark. Do we answer? How can they see?
What is this I hear? Old and forgotten. Echoes of echoes. An uninvited passenger?
Now she's hearing voices. Great. Is that gonna cost us extra or something?
Curious. Something clings to your soul, felt but unseen.
Voices. Echoes in the placid lake. Shelter the seed from winter. Who reaches for our bars? Who speaks?
Enough! I have seen into your soul, and hereby close that which was open. The door is shut, the reading finished. Well, that was truly unexpected. I am pleased to report I made contact with your soul, and then with something I cannot name. First, the good news. Not only is your soul healthy, it is strong, powerful. Strange for one who so recently died. Death leaves a scar, but you are unmarked. Instead of passing through the beyond, your soul was nurtured, protected, caged.
Soft. The shell cushions the egg.
You only live because someone would not permit you to die. But I wonder, who? There are limits to my sight, Envoy. It has been years since I met a godlike. Their souls have a sonorous quality, like the music of a bell. A godlike soul sings together with the god that has claimed them, made them their own. It gives them power. Your soul, it has no chime. In its place, a thorn jabs at your essence, working its way to the surface. I told you the good news. Now comes the bad, or the unusual. When you came into this life, a thorn pierced the fabric of your soul, and your soul grew around it, trapping and embracing the invader. A godlike's time is a gift, a blessing. But a godlike's thorn? That may be a curse. I cannot say. The gods must answer for their actions. We know that a god touched you at birth, but which one and why? They always sign their work, and none of them lay claim to you. Disturbing. Terrible. There are so few godlike remaining, and you are a stranger even among your own kind. I promised you no answers, godlike. Only the gift of my sight. I wish I could tell you that everything will work out in your favor, but the wheel turns by a merciless hand. One word of advice. When you find a pillar of Ardra, commune with it. Ardra has a strong link to the beyond. Before we close, have you any final questions? Marius, I see terrible pain and the strength of will it takes to conceal it. I see jagged, self-inflicted scars.
Right. I could see that too if I don't get out of here soon.
Kai, your soul is heavy, burdened, yet something is missing. Something not easily replaced.
Hey, we don't need to make this all about me.
As you understand the word, yes. You fell into death, and a guiding hand lifted you back onto your feet.
That guiding hand, whatever it is, must be what brought you back to life at Liviana's.
Your soul is healthy, but it is also a mystery beyond my sight. For us both, I assure you.
Glad someone got something out of this.
Safe travels, godlike, and thank you for the glimpse at your wonderful soul. I will pray that your next turning of the wheel is uneventful. Until then, you are bound to live a rich and complicated life.
Did you get any of that? That just sounded like a hot breeze to me.
This kind of thing makes my skin prickle. Let's get out of here. Right here. This is where the envoy fell.
If it were me, I'd take the shot from up there above the embassy. Let's see if we can get up there.
Wish that sawbones would hurry up. I gotta get back to him. Know what else is coming.
Wouldn't want their diplomats going hungry or sober.
Smells familiar, but I can't place it. Whatever it is, it's not used for game hunting or keeping beasts out of your garden. The apothecary might know more. That's where I'd look.
Seems like a good place to start.
A real fight isn't about honor. It's about survival. If you're hungry, you don't refuse moldy bread just because it tastes bad.
This, again? Some of us like to enjoy our food just once. On the way down.
Go back to the market and up the stairs to the east. You'll see a large building with a big window on top.
The Mermaid's Den. Nice place. We should say hello to Juliana while we're there.
The apothecary's in the back alley. Any luck? We could track down who made this poison. Find your killers.
I always thought they should move to High Market. Then they'd make enough to eat.
Let us in, sweetheart.
I told you, we're closed.
That's the apothecary.
all I have.
I'm looking for.
Aren't you the outlander who died in the streets? How are you? Gah, it doesn't matter.
You've got to help. He's gonna hurt me again.
Everyone take a deep breath. No one is hurting anyone else today. Right?
You seem to like beating up on little guys. Want to take a run at me?
Listen to me, dead woman. What happens here does not concern you. Walk away.
He's been shaking me down for half my earnings, but now I can't afford to feed my family.
Take it easy. He's gonna walk away and leave you in peace, right?
Unless you want another arrow in your guts, turn around and leave us to our business. Or what? You'll die on me?
Have to admit, that's a good one.
This is getting tiresome. I wasn't really gonna hurt the apothecary, but I'm really gonna hurt you. You should have thought of that before sticking your nose in my business. Stand still, Outlander. This is gonna hurt.
Take your best shot. You're gonna regret this.
Nope, nothing.
You're gonna stay.
Just when I thought this would be too
That's not one. You really stepped outside. do it.
I can't believe they're dead. It's over.
Another glorious battle.
Envoy, thank you for dealing with those miscreants. There's a plague on these streets, and they are a symptom.
A gang of bullies shaking down honest folk seems more like the cause to me.
It's no more dangerous here than anywhere else. It's just that monsters here have knives instead of fangs.
You even killed Thala, the biggest, baddest of them all. The Sparrowhawks are gonna come after you. Don't take it personally. Everyone's looking for a fight these days. You don't have to come to my defense. No one sticks their neck out for anyone in these parts. It's not easy running a business in Paradise, but it can be profitable if you invest in some protection. That gang was not my wisest investment.
This is why you always ask for references.
You would need protection if you'd stop doing things that make people want to kill you.
What'll it be today, Envoy? I know you didn't come for herbal remedies.
I thought you were supposed to be healing people, not getting them killed.
My poisons help control the sea rat population. There's nothing illegal about that.
This was no rat poison, Nimdude. This was the kith-killing kind.
Wait, I recognize that from my wares. It's oil distilled from Saint Ettore, a berry native to the Living Lands. Hey, look, the Living Lands is a dangerous place. All right, take a nap in the forest and you'll wake up dead more often than not.
Not if you know better than to take a nap in the blessed A forest.
Walking through the streets of Paradise is supposed to be a safer proposition. Yet, our friend took an arrow that was coated in this stuff.
And before you ask, I can't tell you who bought the poison. If word got around that I was ratting my clients out to the adherents, it'd be the end of me. Damned if I do and damned if I don't, then. The truth is, I never saw the customer's face. They wore a hood. A monk's cowl, I believe. But I can tell you that Saint Ettore is used in religious rituals. Prophets and seers will do anything to leave their bodies.
If you want mystic types, you want to go visit the Temple of Andra. Probably the only reason you'd want to go there.
On the other hand, Claviger Amond was cozy with plenty of mystics and oddballs. We could check out his estate for clues.
Go past the Hightown Gate to the north, then follow the road eastward until you reach the statue of Andra. Look, most Paradisans don't like the adherents. We've been here for generations, and we knew how to handle our own. Adir changed that, and not for the better. Some of us have been more wronged by Adir than others. Well, wronged by the Steel Garrote. They're a minority of Paradisans, but they're willing to kill to strike back at Adir, even at an Imperial envoy.
You got Adir in order in our chaos. Some people don't like being forced to follow a new set of rules.
I hope that I've been able to assist you in some small way. Good luck in your investigation, Envoy.
So we're going to the temple to find a mystic to ask about the poison. Not what I imagine my day would be like.
Do I hear someone?
Come and get me!
Just
Tell me
take out
what's...
our leader!